So this is from Kristen Molnix. And she asked, what advice would you give when someone is just stuck creatively? How would you suggest getting out of the creative block? And I know this applies to a lot of sellers. This happens. It happens to me sometimes, it it's and like I don't have, any other break, especially right now because, right now I should be preparing to go on my vacation. Well, my vacation in 2 weeks was just canceled. So it's hard to find that getaway time, but you need to find some getaway time. A lot of times our brains just are like they can't breathe because we're like in a fishbowl and we're doing, and we need that time away from doing, so that our brain can just relax and you can think and let your mind wander, um, which I know can be very difficult at this time. So hopefully things across the world are going to start opening up soon and you can get out. But even if went for a walk by yourself and just let your mind wander, that helps with your creativity. Okay. I've read a lot of information about that. But anytime that you can just have downtime, and it's not downtime watching the TV, it's not downtime reading a book. I love those things and I do them. But sometimes you just need peace and quiet to just let your mind wander. I know sometimes, like when I'm driving through the country, I just, like if I'm going somewhere familiar, my mind just really starts wandering because it's probably wandering also. But that way, I know the route, so I just start kind of drifting off into other spaces and thinking about different things. So that's one way. Oops, I got to find my notes because I did have a few notes on this, so I didn't forget things. So sometimes we just need a break. And sometimes that break needs to be peace and quiet. Also, you can, if it's a matter of, oh, you don't know what to make next, and if you're on my email list, you got an email this morning about what to make. So if you're not on my email list, you can certainly join. I send out info once a week on my email list, tips for your store. So, anyways, side plug there. Um, and okay, you can use your best seller and or something from your top 5 products or your top 10 products, and then you can create something like it, either something similar with a different theme so that it's a product line, or something with the same theme but it's a completely different product. So that's a way to get started. You can also, I also highly recommend, and I do this. Sometimes there are days I just don't want to work. It's not that I don't have the creativity to do it. It's just that I don't want to work. But this also works for creativity. You decide one thing, something small that you're going to work on. I'm going to make a pen for product A. That's it. Okay. And you set the timer. I'm going to work on this pen no more than 15 minutes. And you do it. Usually for me, this works. For me, I'll be like, oh, well, I did that. Now what else can I do? And so it just gets me really motivated in that sense. But yeah, so those are some things, Kristen, that you can try, and anyone else that is suffering from that same issue.